Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Mitch from Mitch Reviews Everything. Today, I'll be reviewing Tough Guy, aka Revenge of the Dragon, and the UK title Kung Fu the Head Crusher. This one's from 1972. It was directed by Joseph Kong Hung, and it is from the Empire Cinema Center Limited Film Company. All right, let's get to the plot on this one. This one is about an undercover police agent named Chen, played by the mustache Sing Chen, and he is an undercover agent that is going on undercover to break up an illegal smuggling racket. To do this, he goes under super deep cover where he enters a jail system just so he can befriend one of the inmates and help him break out, gaining the gang members' confidence. And he does all this, and then when he gets out, he goes and works on the pier where the gang is receiving their illegal smuggled goods. And, of course, he ends up getting into a fight on the pier, and he befriends some of the men who were his co-workers who were not gang members at all. They're just regular good people looking for work. And while this is all happening, he runs into the guy that he helped break out. What a coinky-dink. And then the guy introduces him to the boss, a man named Lao Sun Hu. The boss is played by Sun Lan, and they let him join the gang. He's the other guy that he helped break out, puts in a good word for him, and now Sing Chen is in this gang, and he's trying to break up this illegal racket. Of course, there is many fights along the way, especially after they find out that they can't trust Sing, and it's fight after fight after fight. That is pretty much the plot of this movie. Him just trying to break up this gang of illegal smugglers, and then there's just endless fights from there. All right, let's get into some of the other aspects of this movie, such as the martial arts or the kung fu. This movie has plenty of that. If you're looking for a kung fu movie, martial arts film with a ton of fighting, this is it. I mean, pretty much from the get-go, it's just pretty much fight after fight after fight. You aren't going to be let down on that. One of these days, I'm going to start counting the number of fights in these films and putting the number out there. I didn't count on this one, of course, but yeah, there's just a ton of fighting. Sing Chen does pretty good with his martial arts. Again, this is one of those movies that I say this a lot, but that's just because there's so many martial arts films where the kung fu is just somewhere in the middle. It's not too spectacular, but it's not bad. This is definitely not the worst. Choreography I've seen, it's pretty darn good, and there is a heck of a lot of it. Sing Chen does really great in this. He is shirtless for many of the fights for some reason, and he does look great in this. He's all chiseled out, and Sing Chen just kicking ass. As far as like weapons go, stuff like that, for some reason, not some reason, I guess this gang uses a lot of knives. A lot of the gang members of this using tons of knives, so that's pretty cool. So you get a lot of knife fighting. I mean, I'll say you don't really get a whole lot of that, do you? In movie, a lot of these more old martial arts films, a lot of knife fighting, but yeah, a lot of knife fighting. So there is that to look forward to. So all that considered, the martial arts, weapons, stuff like that, it's all somewhere in that gray middle zone for being good. It's neither great nor really bad. It's all right. All right, let's get into the bad with this film. We'll start out with this. The UK title of this movie is Kung Fu the Head Crusher. Sort of for good reason. Sing Chen has this technique where he has this really death grip on people's heads. At one point, he drives a man into the ground by his head. A little bit, not really, very underwhelming. Sing Chen's head crusher technique, just very underwhelming in this film. Seen much better different kinds of martial arts techniques in films. So very low score on that. And the other thing I'm going to give this movie a low score on is this. The main bad guy, the gang leader, Lao Sun Hu, played by Sun Lan. He is very bland. He seems more like a tax collector, kind of shifty guy. He's not a fighter at all. He has his first lieutenant and his gang do all his fighting for him, and Sing Chen has to go through the first lieutenant to get to Lao Sun Hu. And the first lieutenant, he's just pretty basic. He just kind of matches up with all the other gang members, just very bland and unimpressive. Not saying the guy's martial arts, I'm not sure who played him. His martial arts aren't bad. He's just very bland as a character. You see, I don't know. For me, in these old martial arts movies and kung fu, I like my main bad guys that my hero has to fight. I like them to be over the top, flamboyant, super colorful, have some sort of distinct feature on them, a big mustache that they play with the whole movie, or a falcon on their shoulder, something in that realm, something that sticks out and makes them memorable. In this one, I'll just remember the bad guy being a wimpy tax collector looking guy that Sing Chen has to get through a boring first lieutenant to arrest. Yeah, I like that. That sounds kind of lame to me that Sing Chen didn't have to fight some super over the top guy. So that's what I'm looking for in a movie. This one really didn't have that, so that kind of brought this one down. Yeah, Tough Guy from 1972. This one just somewhere in the middle in every regard. If you want to buy it, it's available on a couple different DVDs. It was released in Germany a couple times under whatever Revenge of the Dragon translates to in German. I have no idea. You'll have to Google that when I can't say it. I'm not even going to try. You can also watch this movie in its entirety on Tubi free streaming app under the Tough Guy title if it's available in your country, or you can watch it on YouTube. It's in its entirety. I don't remember if it was listed on YouTube as Tough Guy or Revenge of the Dragon from 1972, but some kind soul has put up the full movie, so if you want to watch it, you can check it out on there. Again, Tough Guy, 1972, somewhere in the middle. It was okay, but hey, you know what? You can't argue with all the fighting. Endless fights. That's all I got. My name is Mitch, and this has been Mitch Reviews Everything.